going back to a speed interpretation or a velocity interpretation, how fast are we moving along this curve if t represents time? Well, if t represents time, then here's our velocity. Our speed is just the magnitude of velocity. So I can say, there's a little addendum here, your speed as a function of t, and I could have written speed of t, but your speed is given by the absolute value or the magnitude of your velocity vector. That's how fast you're moving. That takes your speed in this direction, your speed in this direction, and calculates the magnitude of the resultant. You've also got an angle, which would be the arctangent of the y component divided by the x component. But right now we just need speed. Okay, so how do you figure out how far we go between two values of the time? We integrate our speed. Our speed is changing. This thing, here's a t equals 0, t equals 1, t equals 2, t equals 3, t equals 4. It looks like the speed is steadily increasing. Now that's not actually the case because you got a little glitch around here, but after you get out around here on the curve, that's the case. And later analysis will show how that is, but that's not something to worry about right now. Here's your speed, because the magnitude of this v of t vector is just your dx dt squared plus dy dt squared. Now this is for any vector. For this specific vector, of course, dx dt is 2t, dy dt is 4, so that your speed would be what? Square root of this squared plus this squared. Speed function of t is the magnitude of v of t, which is what? The square root of 2t squared plus 4 squared, which is the square root of 4t squared plus 16, which could be written as 2 times the square root of t squared plus 4. Turns out then that this is a function you would integrate between 2 points. Now, where's your integral go? Well, your integral goes from 2 values of t. So the arc length between t equals a and I didn't write it here, t equals a and t equals b is just this. In this case, you'd integrate 2 times the square root of t squared plus 4. Now, if you want 2 points, if you've got an xy point here and an xy point here, then you have to figure out what t is for this xy point and what t is for this xy point. And then you again integrate between the 2 values of t. It's not overly difficult. Okay, so there we have a pretty good synopsis of some of the main things we look at with vector functions.